Hello and welcome to Spellforce 3. We are just about to talk to Gore.
Yes.
And not sure what he's gonna say. Last time we had a little talk about the orc traditions. How did you become a shapeshifter? About orcish culture? We already talked about that. How do you become a shapeshifter? Actually, he's not a shapeshifter.
How did you become a shapeshifter?
I was chosen.
And how does that work?
Complicated. Are you sure you want to hear the whole story? Time isn't exactly on our side.
Maybe you're right.
Well, maybe you're right. Another time, perhaps.
Sure.
I don't know. Do we wanna hear it? Let's hear it.
How did you become a shapeshifter?
I was chosen.
And how...
Complicated. Are you sure you want to hear the whole...
It
Just tell me.
But the more I know about your abilities, the better. You're fighting for me, after all.
We're not fighting for you, Tahar. We are fighting alongside each other. That's a big difference.
Alright. Alongside them.
Alongside, then.
Good. Let's make it short then. Shapeshifting is a gift of Zarek. One that only the best of his shamans are granted.
And how does one become a shaman?
He has to be chosen by a tribe's chieftain. You see, magical talent is a lot rarer among orcs than it is among humans or elves. In my tribe, there was only me and Rain. We both discovered our talent by chance. I, when I was 9, and put out a fire that had broken out in my family's hut. Everybody was asleep, even the damn fool that had been tasked to stand guard. When I woke up, the entire room was in flames.
So your magic woke you? Or the smoke?
So it was your magic that woke you?
No, I needed to take a piss.
Makes sense. What happened then?
I panicked and started screaming, as every child would have. However, the only thing that did was make me inhale the fumes even quicker. My vision blurred and I lost consciousness. When I woke up again, I was on a bed of hay in the village shaman's tent, and everybody was staring at me, as if I was Zarek incarnate. I asked what happened and they told me. Just when I had lost consciousness, it had started to rain. Not just a little. It was a full-fledged storm, a deluge from the skies. With not even a minute, all the tents in the village had been flooded. The fire wasn't extinguished right away, but was quickly put out by the other orcs that had been awoken by the storm.
That could be the coincidence. Ah, that's impressive, actually.
That's impressive.
Well, it was also my last successful weather ritual. If it hadn't been, Barker Gore would be all meadows and forests by now. According to my brothers, I had an orange shimmer in my eyes and was muttering strange words when they took me to the shaman. She told me that was a clear sign that I was gifted and that I had fire in my blood, as my tribe likes to say. Of course, it changed my life entirely. All of a sudden, I was my calf's pride. It was strange, not just for me, but also for my kin.
Who trained you? How did your family take it? You mentioned somebody named Rain.
Interesting. And who is this Rain you mentioned earlier?
Did I? Well, that's complicated. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. I'll be off.
Alright, he doesn't want to talk about it. We're just gonna not talk about it. That's how it works. Hey,
What's next?
how about just move it? I still have no idea where we're gonna go. So,
Interesting.
yeah, I wanna open this up. So that would be nice to figure out. But one for sure, we need to put in the Nexus Stone. Or, I'm not sure what to do with it. Isgrim will know what the hell to do with it. I'm ready.
To this day, the Shaper's magical and technological prowess remains
Understood.
It's Grim.
Got it.
They have the gear I gave them, and they just never take it off. Can't even take it
I found
back.
some materials. Could you use these to upgrade your armor?
Let me see. Oh, yeah, that could work. I'll start working as soon as possible.
Great.
Wait, what?
There we go. Thanks, Tahar.
That's a pretty good armor.
That armor you're wearing looks quite special. Is it from Windwall?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, it's from Windwall. I forged it myself. Why do you ask?
Well, our smiths might be able to forge you a better one. It looks quite worn.
What? No. No, that's not gonna happen.
Why not?
It means something to me. But if it's my protection you're worried about, I can do some work on it myself. You'd have to cover the expenses, though. I'm a bit short on material these days.
Fair enough. I'll let you know if I have some resources to spare.
Like what?
Yeah, do you need something? I'm a tad busy.
What is it that fascinates you about the Shapers? I guess he just likes history. Like, come on, this is the coolest place ever. Well, in this world.
What exactly is it that fascinates you about the Shapers?
Oh, Tahar, that's quite a topic. I don't mind sharing, but are you sure you want to go there?
Yep.
I am. Tell me.
All right. Well, where do I start? You see, the Shapers have always fascinated me. They're all over Io. These remnants of a once so glorious civilization. Yet for some reason, so many people are almost oblivious to it. On the one hand, of course, that's very sad. On the other hand, it also makes it a lot more exciting. It's like I'm a treasure hunter, only that everyone else fails to see the treasures around us. Tell me, Tahar, when seeing all of this, don't you sometimes feel like you're exploring a childhood dream? The kind of world the poets and the bards always spoke of?
The Shapers are dangerous. Just think of that Steel Guardian we fought to get in, or the Ghost Watchers. Not what I'd call a childhood dream.
Yeah, but it doesn't take away from the wonderment, does it? But this childish fascination was only the spark. The more I studied the Shapers, the more enthralled I became with their culture. Did you know that at the pinnacle of their existence, they ruled over all of Io? A global empire with no one to oppose them.
You seem to consider that a good thing.
Oh, good, bad, the world doesn't work like that. Of course, there are writings that hint at the fact that the Shaper Empire wasn't all rainbows and unicorns, but still it was stable. And it persisted for tens of thousands of years. Can you imagine? All this knowledge, all this art, all this wisdom. Nothing in the Io of today can match that. Nothing. It's like comparing a sea full of secrets with a puddle of muddy water.
Didn't the Shapers use slaves?
My father always told me the Shaper Empire relied a lot on slaves.
What? No, that's rubbish. The Shapers had castes, yes, and it's probably the lower castes your father was referring to. But to call these slaves is like calling, say, a tanner who was born outside a royal family a slave, just because he'll never be a king. And even the very lowest caste, the Zalanyur, always had enough to eat, a roof over their heads, and could, without paying a single coin, get themselves healed by a cleric if they needed to. So if you think that's unjust, go ahead. Ask an Everlight beggar which era he'd rather live in. He's not a slave, yes, but in some ways he's worse off.
How do you know all this?
How do you know all this?
Some of it from writings, some of it's just connecting the dots. I know how many scholars are out there at the universities giving their talks about the inscrutable empire, but it's not nearly as inscrutable as they say. Their problem is they're trying to understand the Shapers by reading books and dusty tablets. That's not how it works. You need to get out there, into the field. And even if it takes years of fruitless digging, eventually you're bound to stumble onto something. Another piece of the mosaic.
Very poetic.
Because it is.
I guess fair enough. The only reason they can read those tablets It's because people like you find them. And yet they died out. Why is that?
And yet, they died out.
Yeah. Great mystery.
Most scholars think it was the dragons.
They do, but I doubt it. You saw what the Shapers were capable of. Even a race as powerful as the dragons couldn't have wiped them out. And you see the shape this city is in, Tahar. There's no traces of fire and destruction. But regardless of what it was, it doesn't change the fact that the way the current races of this world treat the Shapers is nothing short of pathetic. They were greater than we'll ever be. But instead of studying this greatness, we ignore them. And why? Just because it doesn't fit into our religion, our traditions, or whatever reason they can come up with. Because to many, admitting what a marvel the Shapers truly were would mean admitting that our culture is pale in comparison.
Well, I kinda agree, but yeah, that's it. Not sure how would I feel about it. Just imagine that there was a civilization before us, and they died out, but they were like a lot more advanced. I suppose we would feel even worse about it, our situation. Just imagine that they were immortal, they were living in perfect harmony or whatnot. Maybe not perfect harmony, they had their flaws, whatnot. It doesn't really matter, but they had it more figured out. I guess that's what I'm saying. Is our world really that bad?
Is our world really that bad?
That depends on your expectations. We could do worse, certainly, but if this is as good as we can get, then I have nothing to feel but pity.
You're idealizing? Yeah. Well, we don't know. Like, caste system, definitely not ideal by any means. So, and you just don't know. Like, ultimately, we just don't know how it was. But I definitely agree with the second statement. I agree we could learn from the Shapers, even if they're mistakes.
Maybe you're right. There's a lot we could learn from the Shapers.
There is. In any case, I suppose you found your answer, haven't you? This is what fascinates me about the Shapers. They're a reminder of what we could be, if only we wanted to.
I see. Well, thanks for the explanation, Iskrim. I appreciate it. Goodbye.
How do I... Okay, Nexus Stone.
Tahar, finally! Do you have the stone?
I do. What now? How do we connect it to the Nexus?
Well, I've done a little research on that. It should be pretty straightforward. Give me the stone for a second, please.
Sure.
Thanks. Now, let's see.
Be careful.
Whoa!
This is amazing.
What the heck just happened? Was that the stone?
Yeah. It seems like our plan worked. The stones are the power sources of the Nexus.
Not sources, Tahar. They're simply the catalysts. As I said, the energy, all this magic, it comes from someplace else.
Well, I definitely know why the Shapers were so powerful now. If they were able to harness that, I wouldn't want to be their enemy.
Pain.
Pardon?
Rekindling this place. I can feel their thoughts now. At least, some of them.
You mean the Shapers' thoughts?
Those who connected themselves to this place. The ones who had the power of telepathy. They left an echo, and whatever wiped out the Shapers, it caused... pain. Horrible pain.
I see.
Well, fascinating or not, we need to connect our minds to the Nexus to find the source of the Bloodburn, right? Can we do that now?
No. It's not strong enough yet.
Well, we knew that already. We need to find the second stone first. Let's head to Everlight and find that archaeologist. He's our best chance of finding that island.
Alright. I guess we're making progress. So here we go. Everlight is where we should go, but should we just stray from our task? Check out something else? Yeah, Mulandir. Nexus, here we go. Well, I guess we're gonna learn about the Shapers and this Bloodburn. I can't help but feel that this is all gonna come together in a way at the end. I think it's a cool setting that I'm the son of well, I'm not sure how should I call Papa Tahar.
Now would you look at that?
He just wanted to... Okay.
What do we need?
He just wanted to save the mages. In a way, or make it, well, at least that is what he said at first. But he ended up as a, well, at least remembered as a... It was like a brutal commander. At best. So, that's not great. Okay, we gotta head out. Not sure where. We already have a lot of coin just to start upgrading the armies. I'm not even sure which army would I like to upgrade in the first place. Anyhow, yes, we want to leave Mulandir, but where are we going? Of course, Everlight is kind of like a no-brainer, but do we have anything else? Any other place where we can go check it out? Because I do see some points of interest on the map, but I'm really not sure what to make of it. Root of Bragagor. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Well, Everlight is definitely a place to check out. Iskander Wilds, the Green Coast. Well, let's just go to Everlight. I think that's what makes sense, right? We have to go and do the mission. Simple as that. Ooh. Oh boy. He has heals and AoE. He's just AoE. She has heals and auto attack and some AoE. She's just amazing. That decoy is crazy. He has melee and some AoE. Rohan is just pretty damn good. I think I'm just gonna go with the same team as I did last time. Unless something changes.
Of the few refugees who make it to Everlight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its own mountain of problems to struggle with. The biggest ones being the ever-growing gap between the rich and the poor, an uncontrollable rise in crime, and the Purity of Light's aggressive crusade for new followers.
Yeah. We know about the Purity of Light's aggressive crusade for new followers. When the monks punch you in the face. Okay. Hey, we're back. Can I just open this up?
What do you require?
Alright, we're in town. Whether we can see another stone or not. Find one. So many bags. Jeweler.
Interesting. Yes.
Alchemist. This one has potions.
Come again.
Wait, what?
May Tiara bless your path. Come closer. I'm sure I have just what you need. Farewell.
Hey, you're an adventurer, aren't
Oh,
you?
look at that.
Come take a look. I'm sure I've got something that might spark your interest.
Constitution. That's actually pretty damn good, isn't it? Most rings are just totally about resist, maybe health. 50 HP amulet. And the resist is nice. Also the constitution is pretty nice as well. I'm tempted to pick that one up. It would allow me to wear better armor.
A fair
That's a
offer.
decent one. Don't I need a fire nettle?
Potions and scrolls?
Garlic.
I'm sure I have just what you need.
Am I supposed to... Can I just pick one up? Okay, let's do that. With this we have a fire nettle. Apply. Okay, we got that.
You know how to bargain, don't
We
you?
need to get
Got it.
garlic. Huh. Who is this?
Yes.
Let's see.
Fletcher. What about this guy? Blacksmith. The last one is Innkeep. Are we getting attacked? Hey Fletcher, what's up?
Shields. Everything from copper daggers to moon silver swords.
Now looks like a pretty crappy selection to me. Okay, what can you use? And, but even like that, this is a very lackluster selection. Winter's bow. 6.8.
Farewell.
How good is her bow? 6.
Yes, yes, come closer. I'm sure I have just what you need.
Deals additional ice damage. Okay.
Pleasure doing business with you. Come again. I'm getting new
understand.
wares by the next
I just
moon
check out
silver.
what we can buy in the city.
Got it.
I'm kind of curious if you can find upgrades. Maybe you can also consider selling some stuff. Actually, there's a...
No, Penelope. You cannot do this to me. He loudly screamed, full of pain
Oh,
and
no,
anguish.
no, those guys.
Penelope softly cast him a mournful glance.
Garlic.
Her eyes dreamily drifted off towards the merciless and cold winter sky. But I have to, she silently whispered,
Bring
full
the
of remorse.
ingredients.
Her tender breath
Rohasia.
tenderly caressed his
Alright.
haggard cheekbones.
Could you guys shut the
mockingly.
fuck up?
My heart beats with yearning when I see her sweet and lovely face.
Unbelievable.
For you, oh my former beloved, my feelings resemble the deepest depths of the deep.
Where is she? She's supposed to be... Bring the ingredients to Rohasia. And what about this? That's just bad. I don't know about this guy. He's selling crap on top of crap. Except that one. But we already got one of that. Sure.
And full of loving acceptance.
So, how do we talk with her? Who needed our help? I can kill those, so there's really no point in that. What about this? Am I supposed to just go outside the town? I guess that's what makes sense. Like, she must be... Oh yeah, look at that. We can just go... Nice. Okay, we are onto something. Hey Rohasia. Guess what? I actually did your quest. I know. I am even more amazed than you are.
Oh, you're back. So I take it you found everything. The fever's gotten a bit worse while you were gone, so you came just in time.
Rosie,
Shh, Georgie, I'm here. The kind soldier brought the herbs for Holy Frank's medicine. You'll be better before the morrow.
This is not a fever, Tahar. This man has the bloodburn. No potion can cure that, especially not that quack's elixir.
Blazes. You were right.
What? Did you say something?
What's your husband doing outside?
Rohasia, your husband is ill. Why is he even outside?
Getting fresh air. Ever thought of that? Holy Frank said that there's no better cure than the smell of fresh grass in your nostrils and the warmth of sun on your face. And if Holy Frank says it, then it's true. It must be.
Holy Frank is an idiot. This elixir won't help.
Rohasia, there's no good way to say this, but this elixir won't help. Your husband has the bloodburn, and there's no cure to remedy that, especially not from some faith healer. You need to take your husband to a doctor as soon as possible.
Bloodburn? You mean that plague? No, that's not possible. Holy Frank said it was just the cramps, the weather. It's been scorching lately.
Tiara's breath, Rohasia. Just take a look at him. He's already started to form blisters.
But no, No, you're a liar. I should have known it when I first saw you. Now get out of here! I don't ever want to see your face again! Get out of my fucking sight! The elixir will help, for heck's sake. It will help. And Georgie will be fine. You hear me? He will be fine!
Well, I'm keeping the fucking garlic. Is that it? Do you want it? I don't want it.
Wow, that could have gone better.
People believe what they want to believe. We should still inform the Everlight Mayor about this, though. Yeah, I know. The bloodburn isn't contagious, but the doctors might learn from this.
I guess. Blasted plague. Wherever it comes
Fair
from, it
enough.
needs to stop.
Let's just kill some people in town. Can I attack these guys? Deserted archer. Actually able to take these out, no problem.
Interesting.
Alright, let's get inside.
As a free city, Everlight's leadership is not chosen by the right of blood, but elected by the town's nobility.
Of course.
Hello, Mayor. What's up?
Sure. Let's see. Now would you look at that?
If it isn't the pariah, I didn't expect you back so soon. What do you need?
I encountered a case of bloodburn. Yeah, actually. I bought some more garlic, okay?
I'm here because I came across a victim of the bloodburn. One of the farmers in the outskirts seems to exhibit symptoms of late-stage bloodburn. I think it's best if your men look into that.
Bloodburn. I see. Thank you for reporting this to me. Learning more about this blasted disease is a difficult task. If more people were so quick to report the cases, we'd surely know more about it by now. Here's a small token of gratitude for your diligence. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was convenient. Anyhow.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's go! We're gonna get out of this place. Maybe bored.
Of the few refugees who make it to Everlight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its own mountain of problems to struggle with. The biggest ones being the ever-growing gap between the rich and the poor. And
I guess we just have to go towards the island.
Sure.
Oh, let's just go to the port. Not sure who we need to talk to. Oh, that's the guy.
As you want.
No problem. So many citizens. Way too many.
Sure.
Anyhow, I believe this is a good time to take a break. Actually, looks like this is the hardest on my PC displays. I don't know. Doesn't matter too much. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching and see you next time. Have a good one.